What is your position within the institution?
My position is as a coordinator of the area of languages here at the department or the division of economic and administrative science.
Do you consider it important to meet the constant demand for a career change that exists in the department?
Of course, it is always the work of everyone who is involved in the process of accompanying the students to be aware of any changes, any decisions that they are making, and to be part of the process, administratively talking, but also like helping them to make the best decision always.
What do you consider to be the main causes of or factors that drive students to make or seek a career change?
Well, first of all, it is very hard from my perspective to make a decision such as what you are going to do for the rest of your life when you are 17 or 18 years old. I mean, it is decision that will impact your life entirely. And the offer of a wide variety of choices is even more complicated in terms of it is impossible to know what each and every area or in this case program will fulfill and help you accomplish whatever you are dreaming about. So first of all, it is a matter, I believe, of knowing the contents of the programs on one side. The other good way to go would be to ask people from different careers in different fields what they do and how they decided to become whatever, like an engineer or a doctor or an accountant. It is important to know firsthand about the path that anyone takes once they decide. And the other thing is that the trend in general for your generation and many others and the future generations is to have a non-traditional path. This means that for example, if you study international trade, you are not expected to have a master's degree on international trade, but maybe in marketing, and then having experience in logistics, and all of those turns or someday in the past considered as deviations or detours in the path will provide you with a unique profile, and employers will be a lot more interested in those abilities and experiences that you gain through this changes. And I believe that that's probably the way to go. And well, yeah, for us as teachers or facilitators of the academic trajectory, will be responsibility to try to maybe not guide just like that, but to provide with substantial information, and then try to help you decide which way is the best one to go.
Does the University of Guanajuato have a vocational guidance program direct to applicants who want to study any of these careers offered by the SEA?
Yes, there are different departments that that work on this. Actually, yesterday there was a visit to one of the prepas in León, and they were there offering the programs that we have here. And I know that the work I am referring to is done by the coordination of the program. And there is, I believe, a department not much in depth as a vocational guidance, but at least they are putting the information out there, and they are informing students about what the programs are integrating. But I believe that there should be something related to psychology and pedagogy that must be working all over the university and within each department or division, and that would help a lot in assessing or counseling students which are in this period in which they have to decide what career to pursue.
Personally, do you consider that the program works efficiently? What change or modification would you suggest for this program?
Okay, the most important thing would be to keep in very close contact with the students themselves. I mean, if you are behind a desk and going with the theory or administrative processes, etc., it will be an incomplete job, because in the end and in the beginning, the students are the reason why we are here. And if you are not in contact with your student population, then you have, like, I don't know, 70 or more percent of the information as if you didn't have it. I mean, you are blinded in that way. So I think that the contact with students is the most important thing.
Could you explain briefly how is the application process for change career?
Well, I believe that the process begins with the academic secretary, and from there they provide with enough information. They provide with different application formats, and they help you make the decision. It's not that complicated, because if you are asking for this is because you have already made a decision. But yes, I consider that it is the job of the academic secretary, uh, probably along with Zona D. And also, it is something that you do with the approval of your tutor and probably your coordinator of the program. Like there are like 3 or 4 instances involved.
Okay. What advice would you give to students who are considering changing career with this department?
Okay, I would suggest that they consider many, well, not many, but various factors. For example, how do they see themselves within 5 years, 10 years? What is their projection in the matters of career, of their career? Because if they want to pursue a career, for example, in accounting, and they are considering to move to another city, will that be possible? And yes, definitely talk to people who are in that field that they are wanting to change, and see if the idea that they have is actually the truth. Because sometimes we think that for example, a person or a student who studied industrial relations is going to be in the human resources department. Let's see if that's true, if that is actually what happens, or what are other options that they have. And also, it would be wise to see what the reality in the matters of employment is. Because if you want to switch to a career in which there is not a lot of employment, then that's going to be a double failure. Or if you are going to switch from tourism into international trade, and you are not willing to travel because you don't like to travel, or because whatever reason, then the decision is not very wise. So I think that you have to consider these factors, and